Achieving financial success takes dedication, discipline, and most importantly, a plan. For over 30 years, Don Reynolds has helped savers define their needs, formulate their plans, and achieve their goals. From accumulation to preservation and protection, and through the income distribution phase in retirement, implementing the right strategies makes all the difference. Your retirement is our business. Welcome to Strategic Asset Preservation.
Well, good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Reynolds Wrap. We're excited to have you here. Joining me today, of course, my great friend Cory and business partner, Mr. Stilp.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for attending.
So as everybody knows, the lucky day is coming up, St. Patty's Day. And so we thought we'd talk a little bit about luck in retirement. I don't know if there's a lot of luck in retirement, but we just think that, try to have a little fun with the Irish Day coming up. And so we thought we'd try to relate some things with regards to retirement. And, part of it is talks about a little bit about, we've all heard about timing the market, which we don't believe anybody can do that. And so on the same token, do you want to try to have luck with your retirement plan? Again, we don't think that's a very good idea as well. And so our thoughts are with this is that you want to have more certainty. I've had a saying in my life where I believe that I create my own luck. I've never been a believer that luck just happens. I think you got to create your own luck. Now, I'm not saying luck can't happen, but I think that we as human beings and individuals can do a lot to create our own luck or our own outcomes in life, if you will. And so with that, we're going to share some insights on what we think for retirement planning, that you don't really want to do it with luck. You want to have more, if you will, certainty.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as you mentioned, Don, I think preparation meets opportunity can create luck, but you got to have some preparation along the way. And you had mentioned earlier, timing the market as one of the things that a lot of people hope they're lucky with. And that is something that, again, when we hear the saying timing is everything, it absolutely is. Yet every investor out there and professional will tell you that no one can time the market. And proof of that would be in the year 2000, 2008, even last year, 2022, when you look at that. And if you're trying to base your retirement on what we call asset allocation, where you have different asset classes in the market, your hope and belief is that different asset classes will perform differently. So, for example, if stocks are down, bonds might be up if we have asset allocation, or real estate, or different investment options within that. But again, going back to those years I just mentioned in year 2000, 2008, or 2022, we found that did not come true when all asset allocations had a downturn. So again, that is something that is very important to not base your retirement on, in our opinion, or even the modern portfolio theory would expand on this. And that theory is actually 65 years old. And, that's not something that I don't think we want to have any of our listeners or clients base their retirement on.
Absolutely. In fact, we have a saying, we think that theory should retire itself as well.
Exactly.
So, one thing I want to, ad lib a little bit on what he talked about there is when you talk about asset allocation, and people have heard us talk about this in previous podcasts. Mm-hmm. It's great when you're dollar cost average, you're growing your assets, you're working and consistently putting monthly deposits into your accounts. Yep. That's a great way of asset allocation to build wealth for your retirement. Mm-hmm. But when what I say hit the wall, and that's when you retire, you quit putting money in, you have to change your whole prerogative about that, because you're not saving anymore. You're not dollar cost averaging anything anymore. You are simply doing the exact opposite. You're starting to withdraw the money. And we know, because we've talked about sequence of return risk in the past, if you experience large losses, especially in the earlier years of withdrawing, that can devastate your long-term retirement plan. And so this comes back to where we talk about luck, where you really can't time when the bad years are coming. It's more of a luck if it happens in the right time for us. And our attitude is we don't want to go into retirement with luck and hope. We want to make sure that you have a choice, if you will, not base your plan on luck or speculation, but more on math and certainty. one of the greatest retirement risks. It's going to address all those things, the sequence of return risk, longevity. We know people are living a lot longer today. And so, when we're doing plans for our clients and prospective new folks, we're looking at age 100, and we feel that's the right thing, having the best interest for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, not that you may or may not live to 100, but when you have longevity, the longer you live in retirement, that's the magnification of all other risks. So the longer you live, the more taxes you have to pay, the more inflation you'll potentially face, the more market cycles you'll face, et cetera. So again, you do want to make sure that you've got a plan that identifies those variables. I think that's really what we're talking about, is there's multiple variables in retirement or potential potholes. We're coming up in the pothole season in Minnesota as well, where potholes everywhere. You're trying to dodge them with your vehicle so you don't have to, get alignment done every other week on your vehicle or pop a tire. But again, in our practice, what we do is we try to identify those variables, those potholes that you may face in retirement. And then we have a plan to make sure that we deal with those potholes, deal with those variables, rather than just leave it to chance or leave it to luck, as we've talked about today. And again, if you have further questions on that, or you'd like us to look at your retirement path and address some of those variables that we see in your path, please feel free to give us a call. We'd love to talk with you or have you in our office to go through that with you. Our office phone number is 651-773-3859. Again, that's 651-773-3859.
Yeah, exactly. One other point I want to add to that, and in fact, we have a book that we hand out to folks when they come and see us. It's called Asset Allocation / the Asset Out. There's a slash through it. It's called Income Allocation, because we know in America today, that's one of the, I guess, if you will, in the world where America is falling behind, is income in retirement for folks. Mm-hmm. And, the asset allocation model, it's not necessarily I guess you would call that more of a luck model than a certainty model, where income allocation, it truly is a retirement plan because it creates predictable, measurable, sustainable income. It won't fluctuate. It's guaranteed to be there. You've heard us talk about people who have pensions are the wealthiest people in America today, and that's the simple reason why they have that guaranteed check coming every single month. And also, income allocation addresses that longevity risk. You can't outlive your money because the payment's there for as long as you're both alive. It eliminates the sequence of return risk, that timing, again, the luck. We don't have to worry about that. So again, as Cory mentioned, we'd love to share some more insights on this if you'd like to learn more. When people come and meet us, we actually give them that book, and it's theirs to keep. And we've had a lot of great feedback from that. In fact, I actually did a forward on that book myself. So with that, we want to wish everybody a great St. Patrick's Day. Stay safe, please. Like Cory mentioned, potholes, they could create accidents. They're getting so bad out there. It's really getting ugly. So, be safe out there. Have fun. Enjoy that day. And like we say, if you have questions or want to talk, give us a call at 651-773-3859. Again, that's 651-773-3859. Thanks again for joining us for another Reynolds Wrap. Have a great day, folks.
Listen to more with Don Reynolds and Cory Stilp on the Strategic Asset Preservation Podcast by visiting 800preserve.com.
The information presented on this program is provided for informational purposes only, without warranty of accuracy, completeness, or suitability for a particular purpose. This program is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. This information is general in nature and not specific enough to be construed as advice. You should not make any decision based on the information presented on this program without independent consultation with an appropriately licensed professional or competent advisor. Investment in securities or the market involves a potential risk for loss of principal. Trading, therefore, may not be suitable for all listeners. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.
Fiduciary duty extends solely to investment advisory advice and does not extend to other activities such as insurance or broker-dealer services. Advisory clients are charged a quarterly fee for assets under management, while insurance products pay a commission, which may result in a conflict of interest regarding compensation.
Advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, a registered investment advisor.